Over the many years, many people who play fighting games always has that one character they remember as the very first character they picked upon the game they first play. It could be for people who start off with Street Fighter like Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li, or with Tekken, Jin, Kazuya, Heihachi, Jun, Fatal Fury, or King of Fighters. It could be Lumari, Athena, Kyo Kusanagi, Terry Bogard. It could be any of those. But for me, the one character that honestly was the one character that I picked as my very first fighter is ironically a Pokemon that comes from a platform fighter, and then years later with Ultimate, it is somewhat a fighting game slash platform party kind of game. Yeah, let me just get straight for it. It's literally a Pikachu, but it's my boy Pikachu. And today we're gonna just talk quickly about that. So just to get this out of the way, technically speaking, Terry Bogard is the character that I would say, like, who's my actual, like, fighting game character. And that's because of my cousin who introduced me to KOF 2002, not the unlimited match version, the Mexican preferred version. You know, the one where Rugal is extremely banned and forbidden to play, and where you gotta hear Bossa Nova, Bossa Nova, straight to Nova. Of course, I'm referring to Yashido. That's what it sounds like to me. But okay, why am I talking about this? Well, the past couple of days, and even so, the past couple of adventures I've been going on my own, I started to reflect a lot of things. And mostly, it's been like my time both being as an FGC enthusiast and someone who just genuinely likes video games in general. So when I thought about it, I said, who was my actual first fighting game character? And I said before that, it's Terry, obviously. But then I really dug deep into my mind of it, and that's where we're here today. And why is that? Well, with Pikachu, I grew up with playing a lot of the Nintendo 64. Super Smash Bros. 64 is my technical first fighting slash first video game. And then I got into games like Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario 64, and everything else going so forward. But to keep the topic relevant with Pokemon, it's because of Pikachu and Super Smash Bros. 64 that I got into the Pokemon franchise. I started playing from Pokemon Yellow, then Pokemon Crystal. My favorite out of all of it, of all the Pokemon games, is Pokemon Emerald. I honestly think that was like the definitive way to play the GBA games. Fire Red and Leaf Green was pretty cool, but I still have a big love for Emerald to this very day. I did stop playing around Pokemon Black and White, but that's like the first time. I never got to play Black and White or Black and White 2. However, I will need to experience that one of these days. I kind of picked it up around Pokemon X and Y during the 3DS era, and then I stopped when Sword and Shield came out because I was a little disappointed about the whole DLC thing, and I couldn't get a majority of my Pokemon team into the new games, even with Pokemon Home and everything. So I kind of just stopped around legitimately from there. And yes, I play a lot of Pokemon Go before, but then I stopped because I needed to have more memory of my phone. I kind of got back into it not too long ago, but I also just recently uninstalled that because, like, yeah, I got other things to do. I'm not a Pokemon fan as I used to be. And I also played the Pokemon spin-off games like Stadium, Snap, Pokemon Coliseum was really good. I never played Gale of Darkness, but I also got to play that at some point to experience that myself. There was also the Pikachu Poke Park games for the Wii. And obviously, since I like Pikachu, literally, I also played a majority of Hey You Pikachu. I'm not gonna lie, if they ever make a remake of that, I will 100% buy a Switch 2 or whatever future console Nintendo will make, and I will buy that as my definitive purchase. This is how much I really like the little guy. But now that begs the question, why do I like this little guy? Well, years ago, my grandmother gave me an electronic talking Pikachu before she passed away of cancer so many years ago. And maybe this is a me thing, but I always believe that when I carry, well, any kind of Pikachu, like item, let it be like a little small plushie, even to this day I still do this, I carry a little small plushie because it's essentially like a good luck item that prevents me from getting harmed or from something bad happening to me. And the reason that I say that is because my family has a big faith of the whole, like, when you carry something that's treasured in value and it was given to you by someone before they passed away, it was basically like an item that is blessed to protect you and to keep you safe always. So that's why, to me, Pikachu, or at least having a plushie of Pikachu, even if it's a small one, really means a lot, because it kind of basically is like a little good luck charm that to this day I still keep around me. And well, I'm just gonna say it, the little guy and I have been through so much together. Even carrying the little plushie or even electronic Pikachu thing, I've always felt like legit. It was like having the way that Ash experienced his Pikachu growing up with the anime over the years. I miss the original trio. Tracy was pretty cool. And if you're gonna ask me who's like my favorite like companions for Ash and everything, I have a mix between mostly Misty and Brock. I like the rest, but I miss the original trio. And rest in peace to the original actress who played Jessie and Misty all those years ago. It's a shame, like, how that came to be. But you know, thinking about it now, Pikachu and I have been through so much together. And in a way, he's the reason that I'm into video games in the first place. So, thanks, Pikachu. Ironically, you're literally the very first and the best fighter a partner can ever have. You are the very best. Now let's go fight them all. Until then, this is Shockbrawler, going offline. See ya!